Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Gary, your bearded woodworker. Thank you for joining me today. I come across wood all the time and I have a really hard time throwing stuff away. This looks like about a 4-foot 6x6 piece of wood that I got, I think, at a job site, or maybe I found in an old shed or something somewhere. Anyways, I've seen the Yahtzee games. They call it Yardzee. Clever name. But most people and most pictures and Pinterest things that I've seen, they're all done by a 4x4. I'm going to make these larger. These are 5.5-inch squares, so they'll be 5.5-inch cubes. We'll use a 5-gallon bucket to stir it and throw it, and I'm going to turn them into dice. Check it. So I'm hoping I can make this work with the shape of this wood. If not, oh well, it was never meant to be. So I've taken a piece of masonite and I've set up my stop block, and I made this a 5.5 by 5.5 square. Fits perfect on this guy here. What I want to do is make this a template because I want to curve the corners. In order to curve the corners, I'm going to trace it out on my blocks on all 6 sides, and make sure that I round the corners and don't go too far. So first of all, let's take this to our miter saw where I've got the stop block already set up, and cut these into 5, maybe 6 cubes just to have an extra. This episode is sponsored by WD-40. Look at the things you can do. No, I'm just kidding. So look, just going to use that here. I want to turn this into a template as well. I can make 7 holes in this template, and that should take care of all 6 dice. And we're going to find out. So let's find the center first. And there's our center. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think the next step before sanding the edges and the corners, I'm going to take a little round brush and some black paint, and I'm going to paint all the little dots in here. And I'm painting the dots now before I sand, so if I get any on the outside, I can just sand it off. You could probably use stain, but I think stain would penetrate more and it would be harder to sand off. So that's why I'm just going to use acrylic paint. You could use house paint if you have, or whatever source of color and type of paint you have. So acrylic, black. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure I am painting the whole entire dot, even the walls on each circle here, each hole.
Are you filming?
Oh, she loves me. I just want to get these dots painted.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, baby.
Dang it.
What?
I didn't mean to walk in front of your
It's all
camera.
right.
Don't forget to eat your cookie.
Now that I have the dice drilled and they're painted, I'm going to take it to the sander because I can't find my round over bit for my router. What I want to do is kind of ease the corners a little more, and I want to take off the point and make it kind of round so it rolls easier. So I figured that this would be the best. I've got 80 grit on here, and once I'm done doing that, I'll take my orbital sander to it and touch it up a little more. Let's do that now. I better get my mask on. Go get Dusty. Dusty in here. Yeah.
Yardsee. 2 more 5s. Sorry, it's so heavy. Ooh. Oh, full house. That's a good one. Because she's on her last roll. 4 6s. The first Yardsee of the night. Oh, so close! Yeah. Good work.